am the Messiah. My will is the Earth's will. It is inevitable. Everybody dies!
No, that's enough. Tony.
Alicia.
You were wrong. This isn't our time yet. We just woke up a little early, that's all. This must still be the middle of a bad dream. So let's go back to sleep again. I'll sleep next to you.
Alicia, what are you saying? We both serve the Grand Wheel. It is our purpose.
Good night, Tony.
What's wrong with you, Alicia? Stop.
Goodbye, Eugene. I want you to live on.
I'm not gonna die. I can't die. Because I've killed so many people in my life. We've killed many.
Many? Many?
Many people. It means we get to live on for
That much longer.
We can add on to our lives.
So we're never going to die. That's right.
We are eternal.
That's quite the interesting religion. It's a wonderful thought, I suppose. However, I'm afraid that Oingo Boingo said it best. No one lives forever. That's just the way it goes. Now then, I suppose I could be cruel and torture you before I kill you. Considering what you did to my comrade, there's no question that it would be appropriate. But unfortunately, I'm not as vulgar as you. It would bring me no satisfaction. So I think I'll sit here and watch until you've taken your last miserable breath. Judging by your wounds, you have about 10 minutes at best. I dedicate these last few minutes before you leave this world to Sakharov and Mensham's souls. May they rest in peace. Although, I'm certain you wouldn't be able to understand. Don't cry, you fool.
Riel. Look what you've done to me, Riel. You weren't worth what I sacrificed. But your death would have made my life meaningless. Why were you my master? Why did it have to be you? Riel. Please. I want you to... Don't hate me, okay?
Iggy.
It was so hard. I wanted to be with you no matter what. It hurt. You made it hurt so... Why did you have to be such a useless bitch? It's just... Please don't hate me.
Okay. I promise, Iggy.
Riel. Riel Mayer! Riel.
It's okay.
ルイズ。やっぱ死にたくねえな。相棒！
エクレール・ダムール。離れていてもお互いのことがわかるマジックフラワー。
Don't cry, you fool.
It's a child. I mean, how is that not tragic? I will admit, it's not the most tragic by definition on the list. However, it did get to me the most purely from the setup and how his death was portrayed. Nothing was held back when killing his character. And even though Hansel was a monster who deserved to be put down in the manner he was, you can't shake the fact that he was still a child. This makes the sight of Balalaika slowly chasing him down and physically torturing him by shooting him once in each limb more disturbing than it should. Another reason being a child makes this more tragic is that even though he was a monster, he still had his whole life ahead of him where he could possibly turn his life around. An adult with his life closer to the end would detract from the hopelessness of the situation. Through pure imagery, Hansel weaseled his way up to my choice for most tragic death, even though his death was disturbingly justified.
Hansel's death isn't tragic in a conventional way. It's more the way it was planned and ultimately executed that got to me. The guy was already psychologically screwed up and past the point of no return, whereas normally tragic deaths are the main character or a character associated with the lead, very much loved by all viewers and other characters, and you never see it coming. Well, even though this wasn't one of them, it still has the same effect and still made me feel sad about his death. In the end, even though he was considered an antagonist, he's still just a kid. Therefore, moving and tragic.
Everybody dies!
No, that's enough. Tony.
Tony was portrayed as a bit off even before his B cells activated, and he thought he was going to be the next Jesus through wiping out mankind with giant cockroach things. And while the hopeless, delusional mess he's reduced to is a sad sight, Alicia's presence in this scene is what tipped it over from sad to heartbreaking. This carefree girl who didn't take too well to fighting gets brainwashed by Tony to be as pro-human genocide by bugs as he is. She is then shot while trying to stab the guy she had a crush on, and on top of all of that, she is left stranded on a soon-to-be destroyed ship with the very psycho who ruined her life. And what does she do? She reassures him that they're going to be okay and holds him until the ship explodes. Alicia gets broken by this guy and still has enough compassion to show him mercy and make sure he doesn't die alone and afraid. Someone who is that kind, that selfless, to have to die with the certifiable lunatic that got her into the situation in the first place, that isn't just tragic, it is the most tragic death of the season.